So today, I saw a post by Bashir Elrufai, the son of the former governor of Kaduna State. Bash was giving an advice on how Nigeria can be better. And to be sincere, his advice was very correct. That his opinion was very correct. The only problem is when you point one hand to somebody before they face you. In giving the advice, he can't shoot himself for leg. Let me show you this tweet. He said, Nigeria can become great again. Unfortunately or fortunately, depending on the context, a few certain people have to buy to achieve this dream. Now somebody reply, you fit help us start with your popsy. Like Bashir Elrufai can laugh. Another person can say, hand over your dad. He's part of the system that brought us to this point. But I'm sure you can't because you are already following in his footsteps. You can't acknowledge his flaws. Bashir can reply, anyone that knows me knows I wholeheartedly acknowledge his flaws. Furthermore, I often disagree with many of his views. That is the sort of family I was raised in. Somebody can say, if you acknowledge his flaws, are you promising to deliver him? To be unalive among the people you are proposing that should be guided for the betterment of our country? Do you have the balls to make that tough decision? Do you love the country that much to sacrifice him? It is not enough to acknowledge his flaws. Hand him over to Pai, as is among those you believe must cry for the country to be great. Somebody said, so you are saying because of his flaws, he should be cry also. Because those you said should be cry also have some few good they have done. Another person said, you advocated buying people who are problem to this country, and your dad is top of the list for sponsoring violence against Christians in Kaduna. He should be quiet to wait to. Did I go find sponsor violence against Christians in Kaduna? Now, I don't live in Kaduna, so I can't tell. But is it true that he did? Because some people have been saying this for a while. So those of you in Kaduna, if it is true that Elrufai sponsored violence against Christians, please tell us so that history will remember him. You see, there's a story of how Ghana died all their corrupt politicians in one day. And sometimes they say it is what we need to do in Nigeria. But I fear that is not it. You know why? Every child from 10 years and above in Nigeria is already corrupt. If you guide the elders and you put we in our 30s in power, we are worse. I kid you not. We are worse than the elders that are there. We have a character to be corrupt even when things are normal. We have a character to break the law even when there's no need. That's why you see people driving one way in the midnight. Not only in the road, you can just go and turn in the normal place. No, you know, like you go pass one way. It's just what we do. So the solution to Nigeria is to start grooming the next generation to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to love Nigeria with all their strength. As for we, those of us that you can trust in this country, are now up to 0.05%. Not 5%, we're now up to 0.05%. But I just strongly believe that little by little the country will change. God is going to help us. We'll not even know how we'll do it, but we'll do it. We'll get there someday. Our generation will not be alive at that time anyway, but we can push to a reasonable extent the change that we want in Nigeria. God help us.